Sierra Leone's key wildlife areas are mostly in the belt of rainforest that stretches across the south of this country. This is great habitat for animals, but it also made ideal cover for rebels during the war. My first stop is Tiwai, one of the only protected areas in the country until war broke out. I get a first glimpse of my destination. It looks like a forest is growing in the middle of the river. Tiwai Island, the country's first and most famous national park. Before the war, there used to be 11 species of primates here, one of the highest concentrations in the world. It was also home to what might be the most endangered large animal in Africa, the Pygmy hippo. I've heard that the rebels had a base here, so who knows what damage they did. There's someone who I've been told is an expert tracker with an uncanny ability to spot wildlife. Mina Conte was here when the rebels looted and terrorized this area. Did the rebels have much of an impact on the wildlife here?
So much. They kill a lot of animals, lot of monkeys, lot of mammals.
For food?
For food.
For themselves, or were they sending
themselves.
it? Though the rebels killed and ate lots of animals, he says there's signs of recovery. And he's got some good news for me about the Pygmy hippo.
I have seen the Pygmy hippo 3 months ago.
So that's this guy?
This type.
What was it doing?
Standing right at the river bank at about 8 o'clock. I was driving the boat. Yes, in the morning.
This is amazing. Hardly anyone I know has ever seen this creature. Yet Mina tells me that for 5 whole minutes he watched one feeding on the riverbank.
Slow down the engine.
Wow. That's very lucky. If there's one thing I really want to do here, it's to get the first picture of the Pygmy hippo in the wild. Best places. We'll put 2 cameras in each place. Mina is taking me to some of the places he says are the hippo's favorite spots. As their name suggests, Pygmy hippos are smaller than the river hippo. But unlike their more common cousin, hardly anything is written about how they live in the wild. Mina probably knows as much about them as anyone. He says they spend some of the day hiding under the water, then coming out at night to feed. Their secretive nature served them well. Mina tells me that the rebels didn't kill a single one, and I can see why. One could be just meters away from us and we'd never know it. Mina has seen hippo tracks here, so we put up one of the remote cameras I brought with me.
So,
more this way?
Yeah.
More like this?
Yeah.
The camera has an infrared sensor,
like this.
And it will take a picture if a hippo walks in front of it. We put some cameras around the island before heading into the jungle to put out the rest. On the way, Robin is hoping to film some of the other animals on Tiwai. He's the first wildlife cameraman to come here since the war. The last one was forced to flee in front of the rebel advance. Soon, we find signs of a primate, but one I hope has disappeared from Tiwai forever. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So these are shotgun shells. And there's a lot here. You can just imagine a hunter right here. And there's a forest opening here, and there's a big tree here. And he's probably sitting here just firing away at a troop of monkeys up there. Can you tell me maybe what kind of monkeys they were?
Red colobus.
You think it's red colobus?
Yeah.
The red colobus are known for sort of sitting there and waiting to get shot, basically. And so the fact that we're finding many shotgun shells in this area means that they were able to set up here, wait for them to come, and then blast away. We've heard about what the rebels did to the people of Sierra Leone. But this is the first sign that we can see directly of what they did to the wildlife when they were here on Tiwai Island. So it's our first sign of the impact they might have had here. First sign of rebels. We hear sound in the trees above us. It's some monkeys.
Oh, no, it's a bronze.
I really want to get a closer look and see what species they are.
No, right there. It's still there. Get your damn camera up. Oh, yeah, right there. Right there. Right there.
They're Diana monkeys, found in a small part of West Africa and quite endangered. They're the most beautiful monkeys that I've ever seen. They've got a red butt and then a pinstripe that goes all down their flank, sort of a yellow stripe. And they've glossy dark fur and then this great white mane around their throat. And a really extraordinary monkey to be up on the top of a tree with that kind of coloration. They have a complex system of alarm calls. They've probably got one for humans. Rebel hunters would have had a hard time sneaking up on them. Then, the noisiest monkeys in the jungle, black and white colobus. They're very skittish, and as soon as they see us, they're off. One shot from a rebel gun and they'd be out of here. These black and white colobus are truly the aerial acrobats around here. I mean, they go running down a branch and then just fly off. And then 40 feet later, they're crashing into the top of another tree. Amazingly, I see the one species I really thought would have disappeared from Tiwai.
Troop of red colobus.
It's a red colobus. Unlike their black and white cousins, red colobus are slow movers and easy targets. They're in real danger of going extinct here. Mina tells me that the rebels killed and ate lots of them, so it's fantastic to see at least a few that have survived. Now, yeah, in this area, we continue deeper into the rainforest, searching for the pygmy hippo. They're supposed to graze in these thick, waterlogged areas at night, so Mina takes me to the swamp in the middle of the island. I feel I'm really getting close to this beast. This feels nice. I want to wallow in the mud. Get cooled off. You see one? Then, Mina finds what I've been hoping for. Old track? Let's go see. Let me come over here. Here's the print. And you can see the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's nothing like it in this forest here. It was probably about this big, that big around. Just imagine this thing. Size of a medium-sized pig, but it's a hippo. It's a hippo that lives in the forest, that comes out and deep into this jungle to feed at night. And seeing its footprint here, I completely believe that the pygmy hippo is now here on this island. And last night, one walked through right here. This is a great place for one of my cameras. If I'd been here 100 years ago, I probably would have tried to shoot a pygmy hippo and stuff it as a trophy. 50 years ago, I'd probably want to take it alive for a zoo. But times have changed. Today, I just want to capture it on film. All right.